Are you ready to hit the backcountry? Today on Sledhead 24/7, a big-time backcountry adventure with a skidoo rider who's an expert in deep powder fun, as Dave Norona shares new riding lesson and trips with us. The world's greatest snowcross racers take on the Daytona of Snowcross, as round 5 and 6 of AMSOIL Championship Snocross is ready to rock. X Games medalist Brock Hoyer brings some star power to the show as 18 Snowbikers get big air at Canterbury Park in Minnesota. Head to the pits and examine the latest edition of Arctic race sleds. It's easy being green, but the flag they want is checkers. And we're heading into the video vault. We'll rewind some of the best vintage cat commercials. Hang on, as Big Fish, Chelsie, and the Sledhead 24/7 crew are ready to ride and review for you.
Holy smolies, man. Doesn't get much better than that, does it?
Welcome to another great episode of Sledhead 24/7, your show for everything snowmobile. I'm your host, Chelsie, and joining me is Jeff Fisher. We're coming to you this week from Dennis, Kirk. Jeff, what's on the story list today?
Well, one of the stories we have is Arctic's new race sled. Now we're getting some feedback from the racers after they've been riding it now, so let's check it out.
For the last few seasons, the snowcross world was dominated by a racer with a name like no other, Tucker Hibbert. Racing in Arctic, Tucker was in total command. Number 68, known as the T-Train, chugged to the checkers as the winningest snowcross racer of all time. Now that Tucker is retired, reports are he's lying low, simply relaxing in northern Minnesota, as the post-Tucker era of snowcross begins. A new generation of cat racers is ready to put their stamp on the sport in 2019. Early in the campaign, Team Green faced a few challenges, but quickly adjustments were made, and the cats were back on the prowl.
Super excited. The sled feels awesome. It's been running really well. We've spent the last few weeks testing, spending a lot of time on suspension, getting the new programming down.
The latest models feature legendary cat power, speed, and sure-footed handling. Logan Christian, number 43, is a lifelong cat racer. Logie is the main man on one of the legacy racing teams in snowcross, Christian Brothers Racing.
We love the green. I mean, everybody, the personnel, I mean, guys like Roger Skyme and Kirk Hibbert and Cleddy and all those awesome guys are working, and guys like Kellen and stuff that are just busting their butt to get these sleds the best. It's sometimes it doesn't always go as planned, but they've got good, hard-working people, so you don't want to, it's hard to give up on hard-working people, because I look at myself as a hard worker, and we've had some ups and downs, and I don't want people giving up on me, and I don't plan on giving up on them.
Perhaps the new spirit of Arctic racers can be found in Riley Bester. Only 17, Riley is a high school senior by day and pro racer on the weekends.
Look who's out front, Riley.
I was super nervous my first pro light race, so definitely the nerves got to me a little bit, but I got through it, and the fans were amazing. Every time I came around, there was cheering, and it was all around just a great night.
In Pro-Am Woman, close racing is simply a part of the game. Taven Woody is in high pursuit of a championship this season, and Taven is ready to rely on her cat.
I love my Arctic sled because it's ridiculously fast. It's the best one you could possibly get. This year's sled, I like the way that it's set up more. It feels like it has more power, it sits higher, it can go through the bumps and whoops a lot easier. It's so much fun to ride compared to all the other sleds.
The love and loyalty for Arctic is genuine, and when you're working with a cat every day of the racing season, it's easy to be green.
The Arctic Cat race sleds look really strong this year, and they've got a strong team as well. There's a lot to come from Arctic Cat. Now, Jeff, I thought we were working today.
We are working. Dylan's explaining me some of our new products that they're carrying.
Well, Dylan, I'll bother you for a little bit.
Yeah,
now,
no problem.
Dennis Kirk has been around for how many years now?
Dennis Kirk's coming up on our 50th year.
Now that's a lot of sales, it's a lot of parts, and you guys are really well known in the business. I remember being little and getting parts catalogs, and I would look at it, my dad would look at it. There's really something for everybody.
There really is. We cover all of your power sport needs and clothing. I mean, you guys name it, we got you guys covered.
Now we got to see the back warehouse a little bit. You've gone there and counted. How many parts do you have?
Yeah, I think we got somewhere close to about 160,000 different kinds of parts.
You guys truly are leading in the industry.
Yes, we are.
So for somebody like me at home or somebody that wants to stop in, where can we find more information?
Yeah, you guys can find some information if you go to www.denniskirk.com or stop into our store in Rush City, Minnesota. You guys can check us out.
Make sure you check out Dennis Kirk. There's more to come right after this.
When Sledhead 24/7 roars back, it's horsepower of a different nature at Canterbury Park. Round 5 and 6 of AMSOIL Championship Snocross. It's anyone's race to win. Chris Hockey and Iron Mike Schroeder have all the highlights. Big Fish is ready to get ram tough as he heads deep into North Country. Fish does the math. Sleds plus a ram equals big fun. Sledhead 24/7 is brought to you by AMSOIL, runs on freedom. By Polaris. By Arctic Cat. Skidoo, that Skidoo feeling. By FXR, extreme adaptability for all conditions. And powered by Ram Trucks, built to serve.
Hi, I'm Jeff Fisher.
And I'm Chelsie Scorch, and you're watching Sledhead 24/7.
AMSOIL Championship Snocross powered by Ram, the PerTech Snowcross National presented by Country Cat, off and running at Canterbury Park in Shakopee, Minnesota. Horsepower of a different nature was on display as the world's greatest snowcross racers got after it on the big wide track known as the Daytona of Snowcross. Balmy weather attracted another big crowd, and even Minnesota Vikings announcer Paul Allen stopped by the broadcast booth.
Yeah, I mean, this guy's covering more ground than Lewis and Clark, and he's going to win by a mile.
I love it.
And here's Andy Pake surging to victory. And
Friday night in the pro class, Lucky Lincoln Lemieux continued his amazing run. The Shearing Speed Sports racer simply dominated, putting his Skidoo on cruise control and holding off the chasing horde for his third win of the season.
Lincoln Lemieux has been flawless this entire final. The checkers will fly. Lincoln Lemieux has won at Canterbury Park.
Just getting the whole shot. If you get out front, get out of the roost, it's a lot easier to win races.
In Pro-Am women, the budding rivalry between Megan Brodeur and Taven Woody has become a must-see snowcross event.
Taven Woody to the inside, Megan Brodeur to the outside. Now they drag race towards the Air Force flyaway.
15-year-old Taven made it 2 in a row over Brodeur as the dynamic duo went back and forth to the finish.
At Canterbury Park, the flames will fly for Taven Woody. And they're racing at Canterbury Park.
In Pro Light, Adam Peterson, the pride of Medford, Wisconsin, staged his snowcross coming out party.
Peterson is your man on the point at Canterbury.
He put another 0.2 of a second between him and Whitworth, so Peterson doing what he needs to do.
Racing for Team Lavallee, Peterson pushed his Polaris to the top of the box in a class that can best be described as super competitive. In Snowbike, X Games gold medalist Brock Hoyer brought some star power as 18 bikers battled under the bright lights. Jesse Kirchmeyer and Harris Huizinga continued to bring the heat. But Saturday night, Brock Hoyer took care of business. Brock battled back from 6th place and left no doubt about his future snowbike plans.
I'll definitely be back racing ice hockey. It's a good time and good people.
Racing away from the track's starting line.
In Pro-Am women, Megan Brodeur and Taven Woody make close racing an art form, and they didn't disappoint us in round 6. The reigning champ found the right line for another victory, but hang in there as the battle for a championship is far from over.
And they're racing.
The battle in Pro Light continues to intensify. Points leader Francis Peltier can't rest for a nanosecond, and here's why.
Still about 1.4 seconds.
Trent Whitwer has become a steadying force in the battle of wits. Saturday night, Whitwer grabbed the stud boy hole shot as his Arctic Cat growled.
Fly, the Pro Light division goes to Trent Whitwer.
Adam Renheim is one of the world's most accomplished snowcross racers. 4-time FIM world champion, 3-time Swedish national champ, and X Games medalist. Now the 29-year-old racer from Warnert Racing can add Canterbury to his already impressive racing resume. Renheim's reign began with a dramatic victory over defending Canterbury fave Cody Cam.
It's Cody Cam. It's Adam Renheim. They hit the AMSOIL finish line. Renheim to the lead. And he is your new leader with authority, Mike. Adam Renheim has won at Canterbury Park.
Put down that remote.
There's more Sledhead 24/7 to come right after this.
When Sledhead 24/7 roars back, Big Fish shares a moment in the Backlands and the confidence he feels while driving his Ram into the hinterlands. Hold everything, Cat fans. We open up the video vault for some hidden treasures. A reel of vintage Arctic Cat commercials awaits. But first, time for Len Groom and his AMSOIL Tech Tip.
Well, the differential takes all of the power from the engine and puts it to the ground. So if you're towing or you're hauling, all of that stress has to be transmitted through the differential. If you don't maintain the oil, you can create wear, you can create damage, and you can actually end up on the side of the road. What good is it having the best oil if you've got no way to get it in there? But at AMSOIL, we've just taken away all those problems. The new AMSOIL Easy Pack makes it extremely simple to get the gear lube into your differential. You can flex it around suspension parts, you can move it around springs, anything that might be in the way, and you simply squeeze the pack, roll it up, empty it into the differential. There's no pumps required. It's a flexible packaging option that allows you to literally flex it around anything that's in the way and simply squeeze the gear lube into the differential. I'm Len Groom, and now you understand why it's important to change that differential oil and how AMSOIL helps reduce any problems associated with it.
Welcome back to Sledhead 24/7, your show for everything snowmobile.
Not just snowmobiles, we're also Ram trucks. Check it out. When we're out traveling here at Sledhead 24/7, we need something that's going to haul our equipment and do it well and give us some comfort. We're kind of prima donnas. We need to have some comfort when we're driving. And the Ram truck does just that. From sitting in their heated, air-conditioned seats to the dash, all the controls, makes it fun to go driving. When we go out on assignment, from just pulling 2-place snowmobile trailer to a big race trailer hauling 6 sleds and all our gear, we need to do it with confidence and not be all stressed out while driving. And that's where Ram comes in. That truck pulls from a small load to a big load. It doesn't care. I just drive and that thing goes straight down the road with plenty of power. When I get the choice to set our Rams up, I always go with their diesel because that has plenty of power, we get good mileage, and it tows the loads. And then at least a 3/4 ton, if not a 1 ton, depending on what trailers you want to pull. Both do real well. Dualies are nice for pulling 5th wheels, but not always necessary. Our 3/4 ton does just fine. With the Cummins and the Ram, with their turbo diesel, what really works well when you're getting up in elevation, because a normally aspirated motor, when you start going up in elevation, you lose horsepower. Not with the turbo. It brings its own air, it makes power, it pulls our loads up the steepest mountain passes. There's a few things we're looking for when we're building a truck. We want power, we want handling so we're not all stressed out driving, and we want some comforts, some creature features inside. Ram does it all.
When Sledhead 24/7 returns, we head to the steep and deep of British Columbia with a Skidoo rider who's an expert in the deep powder, as Dave Norona shares some tips and tricks on riding the backcountry. Sledhead 24/7 is brought to you by AMSOIL, runs on freedom. Rocks, your rider position specialists. Traxxas, the fastest name in radio control. By Stud Boy, traction with an attitude. Ziegler Cat, exceptional service backing the best equipment. And by US Air Force, aim high.
You ready to see some exciting news in the snowmobile industry?
Let's roll that footage.
Where is Norona?
I don't know, he's probably always slacking off. And there he is there, let's get him.
Hey guys, Skidoo backcountry expert Dave Norona.
Hey guys, I'm Dave Norona, Skidoo backcountry ambassador. I'm a husband, a father, and I can't get enough sports in my life. I'm addicted to fun. In the winter months, you can find me on my snowmobile literally 5 to 6 days a week. I'm very lucky because I live riding areas are 15 minutes from my house. And I love sledding, sled skiing, and touring off my machine. And the best thing for me is getting people out on a snowmobile and at the end of the day, seeing their smile. And you know that that person has a new addiction in their life. And it's a good addiction that they're gonna spend the rest of their life exploring and passing that on to their friends and family. In the off season, I take a break because the winter is very busy, but I enjoy mountain biking, dirt biking, trials riding, kite surfing. I paddle a lot and hike a lot. And one of my biggest passions now is e-mountain bikes, where you have a pedal assist on a mountain bike, and just for the amazing, again, where you can get to.
The energy this guy has, he must have at least, I'm guessing 15 double A's in him, because he is just always energized and on the move.
Yeah, fun guy to hang out with and go riding with. Kind of a comedian actually too. He's always making you laugh.
You know, the classic Dave Norona story is with Red Bull and vodka and eyes this big going woohoo on top of something that's probably on fire or has just been tipped over.
If you wait till it snows a lot, it hides your super clamps so they don't get stolen.
Dave Norona is all about fun, right? That's like, my passion in life is to remind people to have a good time, have fun, take more time out of your busy schedule where most people work too much, and have fun. The Skidoo feeling, it means something different for everybody. To me, it is about being in the mountains with good friends, having an awesome time. And I've yet to go to the mountains and not have an awesome time. I'm very lucky, and I know it, so I don't take it for granted. I try to go every day because life is short.
Ooh, David here from Skidoo to talk to you today about super clamp products, namely...
Yeah, I've always believed things should be fun, so if you want to catch up with me, visit me on Instagram at Dave Norona. And yeah, you'll see some, I don't know, it'll be confusing, it'll be interesting, but it will be funny.
Hey guys, hey Carl, is this where the oil goes? And are these Fox coilovers? Carl?
Unfortunately, that's all the time we have for this week's episode of Sledhead 24/7. I'm your host, Chelsie Scorch, along with Jeff Fisher.
Where we ride, rate, and review, because that's what we do.
We want to give a big thank you to Dennis Kirk, and we'll see you guys out on the snow.
If you have a great story idea, or know a wonderful place to ride, or a favorite lodge, please let us know. We're always live at sledhead24-7.com. Please join us next week on Sledhead 24/7. And the crew crosses the border, heading to beautiful British Columbia. Folks know it as CKMP. And lastly, as promised, Big Fish and Cub open the door to the video vault and rewind vintage cat commercials that harken back to another era.
Holy crap!
150 bucks more!
But But you'd better hurry. Offer ends September 30th.
An independent field test using scalding hot coffee and a specially designed cup holder dramatized the smooth ride quality of an Arctic Cat snowmobile. Oh my gosh, not a drop of coffee was spilled. There you have it.
Great, cool.
Love it.
Wow.
Mighty good feeling. Wow. A mighty good feeling comes with the cat.
I'm gonna give you the lowdown on the new Arctic Cat. The real lowdown? The real lowdown.
The Cat's new track, the Gripper.
What's a gripper?
Steel cleats to dig in and drive in deep powder, and raised rubber pads to grip ice and hardpack. The Gripper.
Henry! Gonna take me for a ride in your new Pantera!
Hey, is that a new Arctic Cat Pantera?
Hey, Henry! You got your new Pantera! Oh, Henry, can we go this weekend?
Wow, look at the spread on those skis.
Extra stability.
That was a sweet ride.
Yeah. What the? No! You're dead, Moose! Dead!
Everyone wants to ride an Arctic Cat. Everyone.